Next will be exploring lenders that cater specifically to bad credit. Okay, so now some lenders are going to specialize in offering loans to individuals with poor credit histories. We just talked about that, where they say, okay, you know what, we specialize in giving people, essentially approvals if you have a 580, a 550, or something like that. These lenders may have more flexible requirements, but could charge higher interest rates. But even if that's the case, keep in mind you can. Hello everyone, my name is Calvin Russell, CEO and founder of 850 Club Credit. Today we're going to talk to you all about tips for getting approved for a personal loan, even if you have a bad credit score. Let's get right into it. So in this video, I'm going to explain the following. Number one, can you at least wait 30 days or more? And I'm going to explain this more into detail about how this can benefit you and increase your chances of getting approved for more loan options as well. Number two, how to actually understand your credit score. Sometimes we look at different algorithms and we have no idea what the lender is actually looking at. This is going to help you as well. Number three, exploring lenders that can cater to bad credit. There are lenders that specialize specifically in low credit scores. And a low credit score is like 650 or less. We'll talk about that as well. And then also, are you open to a secured loan, where they may, let's say, for example, want to hold like your title to your car, or maybe get access to the savings account. Again, this is a little bit more skin in the game on your end, but we're going to talk about that as well. And then last but not least, how to provide a strong application. Yes, your credit score is low, but are there other factors that we haven't thought about yet that's just going to increase your chances of getting approved for more loan options in general? Let's get started. So number one, can you wait at least 30 days or more? Now you don't have to, but keep in mind is that if there's like a few things that's on your credit report or some things that you can do to quickly improve your credit score, this is something you most definitely want to consider, okay? Because sometimes your credit score is in between an update and it may actually increase your credit score. What does that mean? Let's say, for example, you have a credit card balance and you recently just paid it down a little bit more than just the normal, monthly payment that's due, the minimum monthly payment. And essentially, let's say I'll give you some numbers just so you can kind of see this a little bit better. Let's say you had a $1,000 credit card, for example, and your balance was, let's say, 900. Okay, so that's 90% utilization, pretty much almost like maxed out, right? But let's say, for example, you paid off like $800 of that, and now you took that balance from 900 to 800. Now that's a $100 balance to a $1,000 limit. Now that's 10% utilization, and by doing that, your credit score will increase. But here's the problem that people don't think about. They apply for anything. I won't say anything, but they apply for mortgages, auto loans, credit cards, whatever, or in this case, a personal loan, but they don't wait for their score to update. So the question is, have you done something in the last 30 days and your credit score just hasn't seen the reflection from that? Okay, so keep that in mind. Number two, can you do something that will increase your credit score? For example, if you haven't paid off like a credit card, right? Real quick, did you know that you can add your monthly subscription services like Netflix or Disney Plus, or even your cell phone bill to your credit report to improve your credit score? All you got to do is just scan this QR code or click the link in the description below to learn more. Now back to the video. Some other things you could do. Have you thought about adding rental history to your credit report? We're going to talk about that in a couple seconds, but you can actually add up to 2 years of rental history to your credit report. And depending on how fast the turnaround time can be, really depends on how fast your landlord can confirm and respond. But if they confirm and respond within like 24 to 48 hours, you can get this added to your credit report within 15 to 30 days, okay? And actually see a nice increase as well. What about your monthly subscription services like Netflix, Hulu, Spotify, a gym membership? Maybe not a gym membership, I'm sorry, but your phone bill, like things that you pay every single month that are major companies, major brands. And you can get that payment history added to all 3 of your credit bureaus. We're going to talk about that in a second too. And of course, paying down your credit cards. These are some simple, easy to do things that you may have an extra couple $100 or, and some of these things don't even cost much, and you can actually see the benefit of getting those points added to your credit report, then applying for the personal loan. And this is if you have the time to do so, okay? If you are open to that, this is how you can actually add your rental history payments. So reporting rental payments to your credit score can help build or improve your credit score by showcasing consistent payment history. Okay, the largest expense we have is our living expense. And when they can see that you're paying your living expenses on time, that's most definitely going to help your chances as well. This is especially beneficial for individuals with limited credit profiles or no credit card usage. Okay, now this is if people don't have credit, but you can easily use this even if you have credit. You can scan this QR code to learn more about it as well. All right, then, like I mentioned, about adding utility bills and subscription services to your credit report. Adding subscriptions for example, it's called a Grow Credit account. Adding subscriptions to your Grow Credit account using their list of 100 plus subscription companies. Okay. Now, some of you all may not even have nowhere near 100 subscriptions, but that just lets you know the relationships that they've been building over the years to essentially say, yes, I'm perfectly fine with adding their payment history to their credit reports. Okay. And companies like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, the list goes on, YouTube Premium, Uber Eats, even DoorDash, and of course your cell phone bill can be added. Scan this QR code to learn more about that as well. Now let's talk about understanding your credit score, okay? The first thing that you want to do is start by reviewing your credit report to identify any errors or inaccuracies that may be affecting your credit score. Why is that? Because there may be something that is inaccurate, and then you can go ahead and start the dispute process. And then that way, it at least cleans up that credit profile, not because of something being negative, just because something may be inaccurate or outdated. Understanding your credit score will also help you determine which loans you're more likely to qualify for. What does that mean? That means, for example, are you looking at the right type of credit algorithm, FICO versus Credit Karma? So, for example, you may be talking to a loan company, or you may be interested in applying for a personal loan, let's just say at your bank, but you don't know what the minimum credit score that they're looking for, okay? Or worse, you actually may have the credit score, right? But the last time you looked at it, it was like 2, 3 months ago, and your credit score has improved. Some of you all have actually a decent credit score. Real quick, be sure to download our free ebook today. All you got to do is scan this QR code right here or click the link in the description below. Now back to the video. But you may think that it's a bad credit score, or you may think that you may know it's a bad credit score, but then the lender is okay with that and they're going to approve you. I cannot tell you how many times we've had clients where they wanted to get an auto loan or get a personal loan or get a credit card. And they were thinking, hey, my 620, my 650, and yes, we've had people with a 670, 680 think that they have a bad enough credit score to get denied. And you guys know, well, you may not know like I know, but usually 650 and above is usually where the approvals get a little bit more easier. It's usually when you're under 650, that doesn't mean that you can't get approved. That just means that you have to go to the right lender, okay? And a lot of times people go to the wrong banks, the wrong financial institutions. I want to give you guys some options as well too, but make sure that you're looking at a recent credit report and make sure that you're not looking at your Credit Karma score and then the financial institution only takes FICO, or vice versa, where because again, a lot of lenders are starting to take Credit Karma, but then you don't know that. So again, this is where that research is going to come into play. But I got things to make it a little bit easier for you. Next will be exploring lenders that cater specifically to bad credit. Okay. So now some lenders are going to specialize in offering loans to individuals with poor credit histories. We just talked about that, where they say, okay, you know what, we specialize in giving people essentially approvals if you have a 580, a 550, or something like that. These lenders they may have more flexible requirements, but could charge higher interest rates. But even if that's the case, keep in mind you can always refinance a personal loan. But the best way to do this is obviously have your personal loan that you just took out, increase your credit score, and then now you can get another personal loan, right? And even if you just get a smaller amount, or even if it covers the entire amount, that's what we would rather have. You now have better terms. You take that personal loan and pay off the other personal loan. Now, again, that's just one of the strategies. But some people, they get tempted and then they don't take that new loan and pay off the old loan. But just keep in mind, you can do so if you do have a higher interest rate. Now, this is an option for people that have lower credit scores, okay? What I love about this particular company, Upstart, is that there's no impact on your credit score to see the terms and rates, okay? So that means you can apply, you can see your terms, your interest rate, your monthly payments, the whole breakdown. Then if you decide to move forward, then they're gonna do the hard inquiry, okay? So that essentially allows you to see everything without having a commitment versus if you, let's say, for example, you go to like your bank They're going to run your credit first and then say, hey, listen, and that's going to be a hard inquiry off top. And they're going to say, hey, here's your terms, here's your rates, what you want to do. And you say, I don't want to do these. And you leave, but now you got that hard inquiry versus going through a company like for Upstart, for example. You can at least see what you get approved for. And even if you get denied, at least you tried and it's a soft pull and it's not affecting your score. But the minimum credit score needed is about a 540 that I've seen, like people, the lowest I've seen people get approved. I've seen some people get approved and they said they had a lower than a 540, but their income could have been much higher as well too. So keep that in mind. But you can check your terms and your rate, and it takes less than 5 minutes. You can even get the funds in as fast as one business day after you see the terms and conditions and say, okay, I'm going to move forward. You can also add a cosigner. That's optional if you want to, but you can get a personal loan from as minimum as $1,000 and as high as $50,000. To learn more, scan this QR code and you can find out more or apply if you want to as well. The next option is upgrade personal loan. This one also is no impact on your credit score to see the terms and rates, okay? The minimum credit score needed is about a 540. Now, this one allows you to review multiple loan options and decide which offer is best for you. Sometimes it may be with one of their partner companies, or they may just try to say, hey, listen, here's if you pay the loan back in 24 months and 36 months and 48 months, however you want to do it. You can get the funds sent in as fast as one business day as well. You can add a cosigner, that's optional. And then, of course, you can get a personal loan up to $50,000. If you want to learn more or apply, you can scan this QR code to go ahead and check out that website. Now, here's some additional loan options as well too. If you get denied or you just want to just shop around, this was so great about a lot of these soft pull options is that they allow you to shop around and so you can see what other options are available out there, okay? So one option is lendingclub.com, avant.com, happymoney.com, sofi.com, bestegg.com, lendingtree.com, and onemainfinancial.com. And again, these are options that I know they're going to work for people. Now, One Main Financial, sometimes they don't have the soft pull available. So keep this in mind. It may not be a soft pull option, okay, with One Main Financial, but the rest of these are going to be 100% soft pull, which means there's no hard inquiry in order for you to see the terms and conditions. Now, another option that you could consider is a secured loan, not a secured credit card, but a secured loan. Offering collateral such as a vehicle or savings account can increase your chances of approval. Now, secured loans, they're going to pose less risk to the lender, making them more likely to approve your application, okay? But then also, too, you can also ensure that you can repay back the loan to avoid losing your pledged collateral as well. And again, now, this is a little bit different of a structure. This is something that's usually at banks. So, but again, this is like your final last option. If you want, I wouldn't even consider it first before those other options. So make sure it's like your last option. And then, of course, it's going to come down to numbers. If the numbers make sense to you, then you can move forward. Then going into providing a strong application. Just because you have a credit score that's in a certain range does not mean that you cannot get approved. That just means you have to have certain things in place. So presenting proof of consistent income can reassure lenders of your repayment ability, okay? And then possibly a cosigner if you want to with good credit can also strengthen your application as well too. And here's the thing, be prepared for documents such as your pay stubs, your tax returns, or even your bank statements as well. You need to make sure that you have everything in place, especially if you're looking to get this personal loan, okay? But again, things like how long you've been at your address, how long you've been at your job, obviously an income over 50K or depending on, how much you're trying to borrow, that's most definitely going to help you as well too. All these things are going to help you improve your chances of getting approved. And then also as well, you may be interested instead of just getting a personal loan, you may want a bad credit auto loan because I don't know if some of you all are looking to have that as well too. But this is a nationwide company that we recommend as well too. All credit scores can apply. It's a fast loan process. Sometimes people get no down payment or low down payment options. Obviously, you must qualify. And it's an instant e-confirmation on who you can work with. You can scan this QR code to learn more as well. Make sure you guys go ahead and like, share, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And we'll see you all on the next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video.